There is a story you will never find in the Bible, a story about fallen gods, cast out from heaven. For imparting forbidden knowledge to humanity, they paid the price, but what made them take such a risk? The giants, descendants of fallen gods, once ruled the earth, leaving colossal marks on every ancient civilization. But how did they disappear, and why is there no official historical evidence of their existence? The Book of Enoch not only records what has happened, but also foretells what is and will be. Could it contain prophecies we are not yet ready to face? A warning from ancient times, hidden for thousands of years. It is said that the power in this knowledge is too dangerous to be revealed. But this raises a question. Who decides what is forbidden? Who has the right to hide the truth that humanity deserves to know? What would you think if the mysteries in the Book of Enoch were fully revealed? Could humanity withstand the weight of that truth? Or are we still blind wanderers in the dark? Share your thoughts in the comments. Each page of the Book of Enoch opens up a world where angels and demons battle between heaven and earth, where loyalty and betrayal intertwine like a mystical tapestry. The Bedouin teens, who accidentally discovered a treasure in the caves, could not have known. They were holding a fragment of truth, something humanity had forgotten over millennia. The Nephilim giants, a fusion of angel and human, stand as a testament to the overstepping of heavenly rules, leaving indelible marks in human history. So, when an angel chooses to love a mortal, is it salvation or a crime against heaven? This is the question that has haunted humanity for generations. The appearance of the Book of Enoch is an echo from the distant past, a reminder of forbidden things broken, of heaven's wrath and earth's terror. The pages are not just ink and paper. They are the boundaries between life and death, darkness and light, an invitation for humans to confront their deepest fears. The appearance of the Nephilim giants is a paradox, a presence between good and evil, making us question, is the line between holiness and darkness ever clear? These pages, filled with mysteries, await those brave enough to face the truth and willing to risk the safety of their minds to understand the forbidden. In the world of the Book of Enoch, it is the human conscience that is tested, standing as if before a mirror, forcing them to question the limits of pride and humility. This story is not just about fallen angels or giants, but about whether we dare to acknowledge the darkness within ourselves and the world. Perhaps we may never fully understand the secrets of the Book of Enoch, but is anyone among us brave enough to face the darkness it unveils? How many have embarked on this journey only to return in silence, fearing that the truth they have seen might cost them their own self? The questions lie not just in the words, but in the souls of those who dare to listen, to think, and to face the darkness. What about you? Do you have the courage to seek answers, or will you avoid them, accepting ignorance to keep a false sense of peace? The Book of Enoch does not promise solutions, nor does it bring salvation. It only opens a dangerous path filled with darkness and conflict. And now that you know about the Book of Enoch, what will you choose? Just to read and forget, or to dig deeper and embark on a journey to confront yourself? Long ago, the fallen gods descended to earth, bringing with them temptation and mysterious knowledge. But was this knowledge truly a gift, or just a fire that would consume human souls? It is said that these gods combined with humans to create a giant hybrid race with incredible power, but also a threat to humanity. Is that the price of forbidden knowledge? In ancient scripts, the Book of Enoch reveals how the giants ruled through power and fear. They challenged even the gods, but what led them to a tragic end? Horrific destruction came when the fallen gods were punished. But the price they paid also brought untold suffering to humanity. The book recounts that God ordered a great flood to erase the giants' wrongdoings. But was that truly an act of justice, or merely a blind response of power? The raging waters swept away both the innocent and the guilty, but the Book of Enoch also mentions eternally imprisoned souls as a reminder of endless punishment. In the darkness, the giants cried out, but no one answered. They were banished to a place without light, where every hope faded with their countless sins. Is the pursuit of knowledge truly worth sacrificing everything? Enoch witnessed it all, but was his chosen path also shrouded in darkness? In the final pages, Enoch describes mysteries still awaiting humanity, secrets we may never fully understand, yet long for with a painful yearning. The book was hidden away, forbidden, as if its prophecies were too dark for humanity to face. But can the truth be buried forever? Or will the mysteries of the fallen gods and giants eventually come to light? Thousands of years have passed, yet these stories continue to challenge and intrigue us. Will we remain silent in the face of mystery, or dare to pursue the truth? The lines in the Book of Enoch are not just memories but questions challenging the courage of humanity. The Book of Enoch, a warning or a trap of knowledge? Reflect carefully, for once you enter that world, nothing will ever be the same. Once you see the truth, can you turn back? Or will you plunge into the darkness to seek the forbidden knowledge this book holds? Now, if you held the Book of Enoch, what would you do? Read to discover or turn away, fearing? The price? These giant beings, Nephilim, possessed godlike strength, but their nature was dark. Every step they took left a land destroyed, a life crushed in unseen rage. To humanity, the Nephilim were a nightmare. Every appearance was a warning that all things, familiar and safe, could be swept away at any moment. They were not creatures of imagination. Nephilim appeared real, with cold eyes and a lifeless stare, seemingly devoid of compassion. A Nephilim, standing quietly in a barren field, as tall as a mountain, with eyes like blades, left those who dared to look trembling in fear. Though powerful, these hybrids belonged neither to the divine nor to the world of peace. They were filled with hatred, bloodlust, and an overwhelming ambition for power. The Nephilim's presence was not only a test of physical strength, but also a challenge to humanity's very soul. How could they fight against beings that seemed invincible? In this crisis, humanity faced a painful choice: flee and be hunted forever, or stand and confront, knowing it could lead to death. Prayers grew weaker, but no one could hide the anger and despair in their hearts as they witnessed the Nephilim's brutality. Human minds began to question not just the Nephilim, but also the gods who allowed these creatures to exist and spread terror. The Nephilim stood as a testament to the gods' failure and the price humanity pays when pride pushes us to challenge eternal boundaries. Were they truly the result of angelic betrayal? Or were they the ultimate test to measure humanity's courage and faith? Every confrontation with the Nephilim brought not only fear but also an inner struggle. Did humans have enough courage to hold on to their humanity in the face of overwhelming power? To the Nephilim, humanity was merely weak creatures, unworthy of survival. With each step, human faith eroded. But in the darkest moments, a spark of light flickered within humanity, like a fragile torch amid the storm, reminding them to fight for humanity's sake. Can humans overcome their fear and thirst for revenge to keep compassion alive? Or will they become like the Nephilim, bloodthirsty and full of hatred? What about you? If you were in their place, would you face the Nephilim to protect humanity, or choose to flee to survive? Are you truly willing to sacrifice yourself for others? Under thick black clouds, humanity looked up, eyes full of fear. The flood was no longer a legend but a reality swallowing the world. Water flows in like venomous snakes, winding through every dark corner of the land, tearing apart everything in its path. Who can stand firm against this judgment? We have nowhere left to hide. Our sins have grown so great that even the earth and sky seek destruction, said Nephilim. But aren't we the most powerful beings? Why do we tremble before the might of what we once scorned? Questioned Nephilim B. Ezekiel, a humble mortal, feels the terrifying power of the great flood, his heart pounding. Is this the punishment their blinded arrogance has brought upon them? Have we been wrong? Has our greed and pride brought forth this wrath? Ezekiel wondered. Under flashes of lightning, the sky tears apart, revealing the wrath of the gods. Nature's roaring is the final warning against human arrogance. No, we cannot be destroyed. We will fight even the divine if we must, proclaimed Nephilim C. Yet, the more they resist, the more those giant creatures are swept away, like grains of sand. Before the vast sea, no one can escape judgment. What we face is not just water, but the pain of all the sins we have committed. Are we worthy of redemption? Ezekiel questioned. In despair, Ezekiel looks up, eyes closed, hoping for forgiveness from a distant heaven. But only the roar of the fierce waves answers. The divine has chosen destruction for us. Our pleas go unheard, lamented Nephilim A. And in the midst of death, Enoch, the bridge between two worlds, disappears with the holy chariot, leaving behind a painful regret. Why was Enoch saved, while we were not? What have we missed? Ezekiel pondered. As the great flood wipes clean all traces, only one question remains in the minds of the survivors. What is the meaning behind this forgiveness and punishment? If it were you, would you forgive the sins this world has committed? Or would you also choose this wrath to purify humanity? The narrator posed. The Book of Enoch portrays mysterious entities, fallen angels, and giants full of mystery, like a window leading to a world we never imagined, mused the narrator. Why was such an attractive book overlooked? Are there truths too vast for mortals to grasp? Questioned the narrator. The content of the Book of Enoch challenges the concept of angels. We always think of them as holy figures, but here, a new perspective is revealed, noted the narrator. Enoch tells of lost angels, beings capable of love, sin, and consequences. This makes readers wonder, does purity truly exist? The narrator asked. The giants, known as Nephilim, appear in the Book of Enoch as a consequence of forbidden emotions. What do they symbolize? Uncontrollable power or nature's distancing? Pondered the narrator. The story of the Nephilim also implies a world in darkness, a denied yet existing world, lurking. The narrator continued. The church fears that if humans understand this origin, faith in the perfection of heaven could be shattered. Stories of downfall are never easy to hear, the narrator reflected. The rebellion of angels, the birth of giants, are these exaggerated images of human pride and ambition? Wondered the narrator. Perhaps the Book of Enoch is just an allegory, a warning about what happens when pride exceeds the limits set by creation, speculated the narrator. But was the hiding of the Book of Enoch to protect faith or to keep us within a safe limit? Questioned the narrator. Each page of the book opens a confrontation between faith and doubt, between light and darkness. It is a struggle that readers will deeply feel, the narrator explained. The church banned the Book of Enoch, but was it because they feared readers would no longer believe in the concept of heaven and hell as before? The narrator pondered. If angels can also falter, will humans ever find the right path? Questioned the narrator. The Book of Enoch is not just a story of the past, but a prophecy about our future, where greed and pride are always ready to destroy, the narrator warned. So the question arises, when standing between the divine and hidden truths, which path will you choose to tread? The narrator asked. If you hold this mysterious book, would you dare to flip through each page, facing what time intentionally hides? The narrator wondered. The evidence of giants and lost civilizations, it's strange, as we dig deeper into the earth. Giant skeletons emerge as if buried by time. Are they the legacy of a powerful race that once ruled here? Questioned the narrator. The shapes of ancient relics, from pyramids to gigantic stones, seem to convey something. Could there be a hand other than human that created these wonders? Pondered the narrator. Ancient texts from Sumer and Egypt to Ireland all mention giants, supernatural beings living among humans. Are we talking about legend or an untold part of history? Questioned the narrator. The Book of Enoch mentions the Watchers from above, those who fell and created a new race with terrifying power. Could this be the key to unlocking the mysteries of giants? Wondered the narrator. One by one, ancient stories seem to connect, like a fabric woven from historical fragments. We may be standing at the door of a forbidden truth, speculated the narrator. The traces of giants, are they evidence of a civilization erased, or just products of human imagination? This raises a question that everyone hesitates to answer, said the narrator. In our age with advanced scientific tools, perhaps we are only scratching the surface of these secrets. Some things remain beyond the reach of reason, noted the narrator. Oral stories passed down through generations. Are they the truth buried, or just stories? If giants once existed, what was their role in human history? Questioned the narrator. Who placed giant stones on top of pyramids, or built unimaginable stone columns in distant lands? Could there be something beyond our human capabilities? Speculated the narrator. Why did ancient civilizations collapse suddenly? Could it be related to the existence of some supernatural species, something that humans cannot control? Wondered the narrator. Myths and ancient stories are not always mere fantasies. Sometimes we just need the courage to look at what the past wants to say, the narrator urged. Archaeologists find many clues, but do they have the courage to announce them? The truth, buried, but perhaps fear will blind us, pondered the narrator. The question is not just whether giants really existed, but if they were here once, could they still be somewhere, waiting for the moment to reappear? Questioned the narrator. If what we are discovering is a hidden part of history, then who or what is trying to keep this truth hidden? Who will unveil this mystery? Wondered the narrator. Perhaps we, the viewers, are the last witnesses to an ancient secret? Will we have the courage to confront and find the truth? Wondered the narrator. Do you believe that the Book of Enoch reveals buried secrets of human history? Leave your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to not miss the next mystery exploration video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.